Give me anything. What's the one thing in the gym that annoys you?
It's not petty. Like there's little petty things, but the main thing that annoys me is probably like when men approach you.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it'd be different for us. That's why I wanted to do
like,
this.
I can say, like, when people leave, like, 300 kilos of weight plates on a leg press.
Yeah, standard.
But that's, like, normal, right? I train at Muscle City. Like, that's, like, every day.
Yeah.
Probably, like, when someone approaches you with the intention of chatting you up.
So paint the picture for us, because, like, I'm not one of those people when we're out of the game, and we're not also a younger woman. So
we've established that we are not that attractive.
I'm not going to approach the opposite sex because we are not attractive.
I was, and it doesn't matter like what you're training in. Like I will train in like the baggiest of clothes. Like 90%.
Is that a conscious choice?
I
it's
mean,
pretty sad if it is.
I dress like a 13-year-old boy in general.
Yeah, so you don't make, but you're not making the workout choices.
No.
Of that.
I don't deliberately change the way I look to distort my figure. No.
Yeah,
like,
and to stop it from you being like less approachable.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, definitely not. That's my
you just
conversation.
wear what you wear.
But like, and if I'm not wearing something, literally like what I'm wearing now is what I would train in. If I'm not wearing that, I will be wearing shorts and I'll train in my sports bra. Like I don't care. So if it's hot, I train in my sports bra. If it's not hot, I train in a baggy t-shirt or a jumper. Like I trained a jumper last night.
Yeah.
But I will give an example. So guy on the Smith machine, I'm on the last rack of the squat rack. I'm doing push presses. You were coaching me at the time. I'm doing push presses, superset with like something else. And as I'm just like standing in between waiting, just walks over. He's like, we should go for a coffee after this.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, he sounded...
I can't even talk to the guy in the manhole.
We should go for a coffee.
Let me, like, I'm not someone that's like, I don't want to be approached, so I'm going to have a grumpy... I don't have a resting bitch face. Like,
yeah, it's good.
Like, if someone smiles at you, you just can give a... and then keep going. You know what I mean? Like, typical...
Yeah.
To the camera.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't... invite it by locking eyes with someone.
Yeah, because then it's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
I looked at me, I'm in.
Yeah. Yes. I consciously avoid making eye contact more than once. But like, you know, if I'm watching someone do absolutely terrible lifting, I'm like,
yeah, you just can't look. Yeah, I'm the same.
Or on the other hand, someone's really amazing, and I'm like,
that's what we spoke about.
And I will go, like, if there is like happened this week, like a guy kind of kept like looking in my direction. And
just being real animated. I want in on this.
Yeah. A guy was like looking in my direction. So it was my deadlift day. So I did 4x3 at 130 deadlifts. And then I went on to bench 60 kilos for fives with a pause.
Such a subtle flex that was.
That's it.
But it was like really early in the morning. So there weren't many people at the gym. And I could see a guy that was training like 2 racks over. And I was like, oh. He's like looked over at me like a few times. I've made eye contact. The first one was a smile. The second one was a like, why are you looking at me?
Oh, yeah.
But then as I went over to bench, he walked past and I like was grabbing a weight plate and we crossed paths and he's like, you're really strong. And then like kind of kept walking.
So he just respected.
Yeah. So then we had a conversation and we spoke about deadlifting and benching and blah, blah, blah.
There's definitely got to be
ways
like
to do it, but
too intense.
And then I've had another guy when I was benching, I was wearing my Lord of the Rings top and it says Sauron on the front, but it kind of looks like it's a metal band t-shirt.
Yeah.
And a guy that always trains at the gym, I see him every time I'm there, looked over me and he was like, I don't know that brand while I'm benching. That band while I'm benching. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not it.
He was trying to read my top. So he was like looking over,
what the
trying to read my top. So I don't hate men in the gym. I don't hate men. I have one of my own.
2 of them.
Yeah. But that.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
not it.
Don't objectify me.
Yeah.
Don't treat me like I'm a piece of meat.
Don't ruin my fucking workout.
Don't you dare think that you can approach me for more of my time.
Yeah.
When I've given you absolutely no indication, even if I did give you an indication, like say, like you know what I mean. Like there are obviously people that, like I don't know if you make, I don't know what men see as like indication because like obviously there's something going on in their head that's not going on in my head, but that is just like normal.
Yeah. I think it's such a weird thing. So the Modern Wisdom podcast, they talk a lot, obviously, from a men's point of view.
Yeah.
And like the lack of sex that men are having and the fear that they have approaching women.
And they're lonely.
Blah, 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 blah.
I don't see any of that.
So what's wild is it's almost like because and this is not justifiable behavior. It's still trash behavior. It's like because they're almost scared. It's like you send the dick pic on Instagram, or you walk up and like apply. We should go for coffee. It's like, what's my fuck? Do you know my name? Like I've heard women talk about it in the past, where it's like the balance. Some women are like, the gym is not the place to meet someone you want to date, and then the counter argument to that is like, well, if the gym's the only place you go outside of home and work,
No,
meeting
you
someone
can
that's-
absolutely meet somebody in the gym, but let me tell you, going up to them and
that's not the right way to do
asserting-
it.
Yeah, there's a certain way.
like if someone had, and I wasn't, engaged to be married early next year with a child with a man that I love.
So there's the sign off, guys. Leave her alone.
If there was like, and I'm sure there are people listening to if anyone listens to the podcast because they follow me on Instagram, it's like, listen, please fucking listen to what I'm saying. We train at the same gym. But like, if you are respectful and polite and you say hello and you say goodbye and you just ask about my training session, like there are so many men, whether they work behind the counter at the gym or like I've just met them because we train at the same time. Like there are so many males and females that I have conversations with at the gym that are super amicable, that are really lovely. And if I was single and they had like eventually just kept developing into conversations as they went on, that would be something that happens organically.
Yeah. And
How-
that was the point that they sort of made. It was like, you can, but it's
This
not,
person has like no
it's not
idea
a
who I
nightclub.
am.
Yeah, it's not.
it's
Yeah,
not
they're
a
so
nightclub.
abrupt
It's like,
about
hey,
it,
it's 1 a.m. You want to
Yeah.
suck?
Yeah,
There's no one
fucking
left.
gym, bro. Yeah.
I'm there like a fucking caveman. I rolled out of bed. It's 5:30 and like I'm getting out from underneath the bar. You want to go for a coffee? I'm like,
That's too much
Yeah.
pre-workout, bro.
what in the fuck? Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, over my
caffeinated enough.
caffeine. I was
Caffeinated
like,
enough.
I just like, at the time, I think I was only like a year postpartum. So it was very strange because you go for so long being pregnant and then being like early postpartum that just like no one sees you as an object of desire aside from your partner because they're like, wow, you really did that. But then like that was one of my first big experiences where I'm like, oh no. Like, and I wasn't polite. Like I wasn't like, fuck off, you dog. But I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And he was like, why not?
That's even worse. Absolutely not.
Yeah, but when you lead with that much,
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
And like I never like saying first thing off the bat. Like I think it's really belittling when the reason you say no to somebody is just because I've already got a partner. No, like that's so fucking disrespectful. Don't you dare approach me whether I've got a partner or not. Like don't you dare talk to me like that and assume.
So the fact that he said why not after that, it's like the fucking entitlement.
Yeah, totally.
Have
Like,
you
let's just-
seen me?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I could definitely already outlift what you're doing over there, but that's not even the reason. But no, it's just so gross. But anyway, that's
ours are nothing compared to
Yeah.
that.
Are you super? We've talked about it before, but like I'm so conscious
Of not approaching women in the gym, even to be friendly.
of not being a creep, even though I'm
Yeah.
married. No, like
No. Sometimes
just,
like
like,
I avoid
speaking-
speaking to women
speaking to people.
No.
who
I
know how to
speak
work
to
out.
so-
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
so nice, and then I just think this person's just wants me to fuck off because they just think I'm like every other dude, and I'm like, I just like the gym.
No,
And you
I
work
think it's
out,
so
and I just want
polite.
to talk about working out.
Yeah.
There's like someone that works at the front counter of the gym that I train at, and like that man knows my running pace because he used to be
Yeah.
a runner. And he's like, "So what are you training today?" And like one day I was like, "Oh, deadlifts." And the next day I was like, "Oh, I'm just here for a run." And he was like, "You run?" So then we would like chat about it. So now like if I get off the treadmill and he's working, he'd be like, "What was your pace?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he'll like give me running advice and like, but it's not.
Not mansplaining.
No ulterior
Yeah.
motive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, and you know what? I don't even care if in his brain, like, I don't care what that person's thinking because all they've done is show me like absolute respect. And whether I've been there with Bryce or whether I've been there by myself, he has still always walked out of his way to say hello
Yeah.
and whatever. Like, I don't care if someone approaches me to talk about my training.
Yeah.
I don't care. I never will. I love the
Yeah,
gym.
I still
These are my
reckon-
people.
It's really strange in my gym at the moment. So there's like people that go to the gym, and then there's inside that people that go to the gym like we go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then inside that there's another like
People that go to the gym like Ben goes.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the gym that I'm training at now, there's half a dozen, maybe 8 people that train.
Yeah.
There's a few people that go
They
to
exercise.
exercise and stay
Yeah.
in shape and blah blah blah. But there's half a dozen that fucking train. 2 massive juice heads. Your
At least you got 2 of them.
your 2 clients who I finally met, Lucy. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
She said she met you on Monday. Yeah.
So, them, and then there's a handful of, I would assume they're 20-ish. I'm so distorted now. Amy and I were talking about this at dinner the other day. We had this waitress come out. She's like, she's serving alcohol, but she looks 12. How old are these people?
Yeah.
And it's just like, and we're like, well, you thought people in their 30s were fucking old when we were 20.
Yeah.
So fuck.
Yeah, people
You're like,
in their
fuck,
30s.
I got to serve these old
Yeah, I was
fucks.
like, I thought you were 16, but you're obviously not. Anyway, so the only people that train in the gym outside of 2 guys that, like, they talk to everyone and they're super friendly, like they're the big bear of the gym, like you.
Oh, I've never been approached by.
Big bear.
I've never.
The big cuddly bear, you know what I mean? It's like, he looks
Jason's
scary,
like,
but
"What
he's
gym
really
are you
nice.
going to?"
Yeah, it's like, oh, what?
I've never had a bad experience with, and I train at a gym that is
Massive
Yeah.
dudes.
80% of it. Like, I've never had a bad experience with a juice head that trains at the gym and cares about his training.
Yeah.
In fact, they're the people
'Cause they
I
just care about
seek
their training.
out to spot
Yeah, because
me.
they go there
Yeah.
to train. And
Yeah.
They don't really care about anything else.
Yeah.
Precisely.
So I'm like in this weird,
Yeah.
I want to relate with people
Yeah.
in the gym that
Yeah.
take this to the level that I do, and they're on Instagram with it, and they're
Mm.
some of them have got careers in it, blah blah blah. But it's also like, I understand you're in a crop and booty shorts. I'm not like, I just want to say hi.
Yeah.
Yesterday there was a chick I hadn't actually seen before, coming in, was squatting like she would have been 60 kilos, was squatting body weight for reps, and I was like, oh, someone in here that's like relatively strong. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I sort of like made eye contact a couple of times, went to smile, and she sort of looked away, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool. That's
It's
fine.
over, yeah.
So then Lucy came in, your client, who I'd met the other day, and I was like, headphones out. She asked me a question. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you're training. Like, I'll leave you alone. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
No,
Like,
I told her to ask
I'm,
you.
I'm out of the gym. I'm out of the
Jason's like,
I was like, you see
Hamper.
Ben and you have a question, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to
I don't
advise.
work in the gym anymore. If you ask me a question about fitness, I'm fucking in. So
Yeah.
we had, my rest period went to, I don't know, 10 minutes
Yeah.
talking about shit. And then the girl was nearby,
Yeah.
did my next set, turned around, and she like stopped and smiled at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, almost like an
It's like you
acknowledgement.
broke
I was
that
like,
barrier down.
Yeah,
that
it's like-
what we
perceived
need?
oh,
barrier.
you're not here to
we
fucking...
need other women to already give a male a tick of approval before we're like, oh, they're approachable.
Yeah.
Well, you just need to hear them speak and converse with other people, and then they're like, oh, this dude's just a dude who's just talking to people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, he's friendly.
I
Just, you know.
don't think
Yeah.
I don't think that women are wrong for being very defensive straight off the bat.
I agree.
No, yeah.
and then
yeah.
I sometimes feel bad for because the men that I'm around
Yeah.
always have good intention because I don't surround myself with dickheads. Like, you guys always have good intention, so I feel bad because it would really depend on the day, because if you're like the second person to smile at her in that day, she's like, can you just fuck
Yeah.
off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't even bother. Just because I'm like,
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
I have
that's
to tiptoe if I can't be myself.
that's
I end up
my
just being
general
awkward.
approach. That's
Like,
my
yeah.
approach.
If I feel like I have to
Which
walk on
feels
eggshells
more
around you, I can't be me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just not going to be it. Like,
Yeah.
so sometimes I just walk around the gym and like people probably think like this dude's a fucking asshole, but I'm like, I don't want to like have the awkward conversation of trying to you know converse with someone if they just think that I'm like there for ill intentions and shit.
Yeah.
It's like I shouldn't have to walk around with like my wedding band wrapped around my finger, which probably doesn't matter to some people anyway.
Yeah.
And then just have that conversation where someone's like, oh fuck, like just say what you need to say. I just want you to leave.
Literally.
So I'm like, oh fuck, I'll just keep to myself.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad too sometimes.
Yeah.
I had such a cool experience with a young guy at the gym. I think we talked about it on the pod. It was like his squats were like
Yeah.
the best I've ever seen an 18-year-old squat.
Yeah.
Look, he was probably 24 based on the conversation before. But he was like
30.
He was my age.
yeah, he was my age, just not losing his hair. So I afterwards went up to him and he thought I was coming to kick him off a machine. And he was like, oh, were you using this? And I was like, nah, bro, I just wanted to say your squats look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he was like his face lit up. He was
Yeah.
like, oh, thank you so much. And obviously he put a lot of time and effort into it. And it's like, this girl was like, I would love to have that interaction with you.
Yeah.
Know your name and be able to say hello to you next time I come into the gym.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's going to be way too much. So I'm just...
You
It just-
also
yeah,
got
it's
to grade it.
yeah.
over-
Yeah, and then it's like now we've smiled. It's like
Yeah.
next time we're like, oh, it's like squats look good today.
Totally
Walk away.
depends
Yeah.
on the way you're approached. I fucking
Yeah.
love Oh, who doesn't? Like, I love when someone's like, wow, you're really strong. I'm like, thank you.
It's
Yeah.
I try really hard.
good affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Really?
core of STCfit.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
We all need
Affirmation is the core of STCfit. I've worked it out.
Tell me
Yeah.
Validation.
validation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
when we
me
do
I'm
our
doing good.
when we do our hiring, what is your love language?
Yeah.
Words of
That's it.
affirmation. You're hired.
100%.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Tell
just-
me what I already believe about myself.
when you peel all the layers back,
We
they're
all
all
just-
different, and then affirmation sits at the core.
Yeah.
And it's all the same.
Yeah.
Do we
That's
have
it.
any other training questions?
One more question, and then we'll
Yeah.
wrap it up. So this one will be a good one to sign off on. What's the biggest advice you could give any lifter right now?
Single
Best
piece.
piece of advice you can give any lifter right now.
Right now.
You gone first.
It's going to take 3 times longer than you think.
Oh, really? I was just gonna do don't do this and then done, but it's okay.
No, that's
Oh,
my
I thought you were gonna say the.
Oh, that's the
I thought it was like just a quick one, and you're
Ben's
like,
going to talk for ages
we're
again.
talking about training. Oh fuck, here we go. Get the pillow
It's
out.
going to take 3 times longer than you think for me to answer
This-
that question.
Answering this question is going to take 3 times longer than you think. That's what I thought. Yeah,
No.
that's a good one. I like
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, I like that.
No, your outcome will
Good job.
take 3 times longer.
I like it.
Doing things optimally isn't optimal if you can't sustain it.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, and I was going to say stop overcomplicating things
Yep.
and just
Do what you
Fucking-
enjoy and do it all the time,
That's it.
often as best to your ability, consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it looks like. That's going to get you the best.
enjoy it,
outcome.
work hard. It's simpler than you think.
Totally.
Stop complicating it.
100%.
Done.
So to build on my one to make it take longer than
3 times as long.
So you got to say three or more sentences.
your point of enjoy it,
Yeah.
it's going to take 3 times longer than you think it is. So don't base your reward system based on the outcome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
You have to
also have
enjoy
to
the
add
daily.
that I hate every single set of deadlifts I do, but I enjoy training. And that's the other thing. Like, you're not going to be smiling the whole way through
No.
it. Like, that's not enjoyment necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those videos where it's like this is how I look at the gym. So like if I don't look like this and they're just walking around the gym like deadlifting with like a big smile on their face, like no, it fucking sucks and it's hard. So I'm
Sometimes-
gonna look sad.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, when I send Ben my, like, lifting videos, which are, like, only really deadlifts and bench at the moment, which you can't see my face in bench, aside from, like, my double chin on the side. And, like, I'll look at my face in the deadlifts and I'm like, yeah, somewhere in there, I love it. And then my face the whole time is like, I'll finish the set and I'm like, take
Yeah.
off my belt and, like, walk away really sad.
Deadlifts are my favorite exercise of all time.
Mm.
I like snarl and shake the bar and like growl at myself, and for a 1RM, like I'm not
Michael?
the best version of me when I'm standing over a barbell, but it's like it's my most fun part of my whole workout, my whole training ever.
I'm at the point of deadlifts now where I was at the gym and it was really quiet because it was early, and I was like to Bryce, I was like, fuck, I just want to yell.
Yeah.
Like I gave myself some leg slaps before I went to the bar, and I just like wanted to yell at the bar before I did it, and I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah, because you make too much noise, everyone just goes.
and then,
yeah.
and then I'm like you know that real guttural yell you want to do,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm so tough.
Humph.
Yeah, training with these two in the garage,
Yeah.
like when we were still not really allowed out,
Yeah.
just like the aggression that I would approach the barbell with,
Yeah.
and then put it down and hang out with the 2 calmest humans in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's like I feel strange.
Yeah.
Did I just embarrass myself?
I can't wait to test so I can
We didn't
like
have
yell.
a second thought about it.
No.
If that makes you feel better.
Thanks, appreciate it. Words of affirmation.
Yay.